Would you just look at those ears? I mean, how could a cat really miss anything, right? Well, if you are a cat owner and if you've owned your pet for even a week, you've probably asked yourself, is my cat hearing me, listening to a thing that I'm saying? Why is my cat ignoring me? Yet at the same time, you just sit there and watch your cat listen to something that seems quite trivial, something that you can really hardly hear at all. So this does beg the question, when you speak, is your cat never really listening, or are they always listening? Why don't the actions add up if they are truly listening? In this material, we will talk about why cats are always listening to you, even if they don't act like it. Interesting topic, and I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Right out of the gate, it's important to note that cats certainly aren't dogs. When it comes to voice command, the weight and power of your voice, saying your cat's name, the response can be met with mixed reviews. A dog, for example, we all know how this goes. Dogs, unlike cats, associate their name with action, physical action, a response, a reason to move. Cats are sort of like the guy in the back of the room who is always observing. He's probably paying closer attention than anyone, but you'd never know it because he hardly moves. More times than not, that's pretty much like a cat. Rest assured that your pet is always listening to what you say, your voice, any physical movements that produce sound. Your cat knows, even if they're just sitting there, sort of like a bump on a log. Cats a lot of times are silent observers, those eyes and ears, picking up everything but picking and choosing what is truly worthy of action. As for why your cat is always listening, it goes a little something like this. First up, cats really have no choice but to hear, no choice but to listen in. They really couldn't tune out if they tried. Felines have amazing hearing. This is by design. Being both predator and prey, cats depend on their ability to hear as much as anything else. This is why cats don't often get caught up in a sneak attack. And as it relates to you, another reason why cats are always listening is because they're likely waiting for you to drop them a few hints, to make those sounds that they know to be familiar and associated with things that are of value to them. It's all pretty much word salad to your pet, but those sounds that they do know, they're waiting for them. As an example, my cats perk right up when I say the word treat, or treats. Do you want treats? They know the sound of that word and often what comes next. Additionally, the reason your cat is listening goes beyond just your words, your sounds. It's how you make those sounds. Cats often get a read on people, especially the people they know and trust, by their vocal delivery. Your cat can pretty much know how you're feeling at any given moment based on the pitch and tone of your voice. Another reason as to why your cat is always listening is because to a feline, the way you sound and even the way you smell, those things are far more important than physical appearance. In short, you are your voice. It's a one of one, and your cat knows it. Have you ever had someone enter your home that your cat didn't know, perhaps a repairman or something of that nature? Your cat, even out of view of this person, could already be anxious and cowering down just based on that voice alone. I know my cats, even if they can't see the person, if there's a voice they don't know and it's fairly close, their entire demeanor changes. Your cat is always listening to you because you matter most. Your cat associates your voice with comfort and security. Your pet is listening in because even though cats like to believe they call all the shots, felines know that, at least in the home setting, they are depending on you more than they'd ever care to admit. If you are a regular here at Senior Cat Wellness, you know I speak often about building that bond of trust, the importance of loyalty, and how it's formed. In a lot of ways, voice consistency is key. Your voice, your delivery, even those little silly words in that baby talk that you might use in communication, it all matters. It all adds up. Over time, your cat will associate your voice with all of the good things in life. Have you ever started talking, just saying a whole bunch of whatever, and your cat just starts purring? You could be talking to someone on the phone about your grocery list, and your cat just starts purring. It's not always about what you say, it's the fact that you're just saying anything. Your voice, it can provide your pet with comfort, and that's a huge positive as a loving and responsible owner. There's trust and peace in your voice, even if you're just chatting about a basketball game with a friend. And the last reason for listening that I'll speak about today, and this is really a summary of everything, quite frankly, and that's education. Cats want to know you. They need to know you. Are you friend or foe? Cats are always attempting to read their environment. Instinctually, their life could very well depend on it, especially if we're speaking about feral felines that live off the land. In order to have that peace and comfort, a cat must be curious and investigate. Felines aren't too much about blind trust. If a cat is loyal, that means that you've passed many tests along the way, likely tests that you never even knew you were actually taking. By listening to what you have to say, especially in those early days of ownership, your cat is learning, picking up cues, understanding your baseline voice, your pitch and tone, the normal, understanding when things are fine and when things are on edge, and possibly take advantage of anything you say that could directly benefit them. They want to be there when the getting is good. So, if your cat seems a bit out of it, perhaps lazy, just sitting there on the sofa watching the world go by, the truth is they're probably actively participating. Just because your cat doesn't show it doesn't mean they don't notice. It's just that over time your cat is able to filter out your voice, the sounds, the noise. Not everything is worth a response. Your cat will jump if needed, but not everything is a party. Your cat is indeed listening, even if those eyes are closed. If you were to say the right word, they'd likely jump up and come running, especially if we're about to offer up some treats. Your pet is always observing, always curious, and always learning. The bond of trust, loyalty, comfort, and security, growing each day, thanks to what you have to say and how you say it. And being that we are Senior Cat Wellness, it's always important to keep up the conversation because your cat is indeed listening. Don't think that just because they're up in years, they no longer want to hear from you. If your pet is living in those golden years, they need you now more than ever. They need that sense of peace and comfort more than ever. Because your cat is listening, they're going to want to hear your voice. As that physical life begins to slow and playtime is replaced with more nap time, the foundation of what made your cat trust and love you in the first place, it should be on full display. Never tune your cat out regardless of age. Your voice will always be a vital piece of their comfort, their peace, and their joy. To the wonderful audience of Senior Cat Wellness, what are your thoughts on this topic? Is there anything that you'd like to add to the conversation? Is your cat an eager listener, fully engaged? Or does their aloof appearance leave you a bit confused? Your personal stories and general thoughts and observations, that comment section, as always, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.